This is gonna be a day. It's gonna be a heck of a day. Yeah, this is weird. I've never streamed with delay before, and this is like 15-minute delay, so I can't even like just coming to you from the past. I don't know. Yeah, it should be like 1 minute until this round kicks off. So I think I have a proprietary setup that I can use to screen cap their lists immediately. Yeah, let's get some music going. So we get like 5 minutes, as I understand it, to look at their decks. Don't recognize the name. Okay, so this is me down here. So my list can be annoying against Ionia here. Both of them, actually, especially if this is Nopify. But my list, my Anivia list, is tech to be a little bit less greedy for that matchup. I guess we're supposed to be grabbing these. I think I'm going to ban Anivia, for sure. Alright, we get 2 Nopify, 3 Deny. Zeebles could hit Tomkin Soraka pretty hard. 3 Bastion as well. So basically the way today is working is if we want to make top 32, we have to win 5 best of 3s. Honestly, you know, I don't think I'm good enough at this game to really qualify for that. Or at least I haven't played this game as much as a lot of people have. I've never done a tournament before. I've never done a best of 3 before. I think I've won Anivia Viewers before with this list. Like you can see, we're on 2 Harrowing, 2 Rekindler. Let's check. Yeah, he's on Catalyst as well. 3 Harrowing, 3 Rekindler. Ezreal Draven, I'm not worried about at all. Ezreal Draven, I have some stupidly high win rate against on ladder. Alright, let's grab these lists. I'm not sure. This is like, I would prefer to ban both of these. Of course, it all depends on if he finds answers, though. I think I ban Anivia here. Just because I know that his list is better for the mirror than mine is. How much time do I have? 3 minutes? Okay, plenty of time. For Draven Ezreal, I assume this is just gonna be pretty standard fare. So what if they ban my mirror? What if they ban my Anivia? What does that mean? TK Raka is kind of going to be draw dependent. You know, we need to find like heal cards to deny there. I assume 2 Obnoxious Guillotine. This isn't the Culling Strike list, which is good for me because Culling Strike hits most of TK Raka. Double Farron, Tribeam, of course. Triple Static Shock. That's not standard, at least as I'm used to seeing it. Maybe Double Tempest. I don't know that really can matter for Anivia. Sticky Zeebles would also hit Go Hard decently well. Unfortunately, I went down to 2 of Vengeance, but then again, like unless he taps under Deny mana, then Vengeance isn't really gonna be a safe play here as 3 of. Alright. We shall see. Yeah, Nivea versus Draven Ezreal I'm super comfy with. Like, we've got like 3 of box. Which I know my Nivea list is probably weirder than most people's, but I've actually been really loving this. That I arrived on this list after, like, this feels refined to me, which might sound crazy. Like, this double 2-of down here can be unfortunate for mirrors on ladder, although I've actually taken those too, but it's hard to say. Game. I think this Yasuo deck could end up being a pain for my lists, but yeah, I think I would rather not deal with Shadow Isles as TK Raka, and I would rather not deal with all of the let's say the compromises I made in my Anivia deck that would make it weaker in the mirror. Let's ban this one. He bans TK Rocket. Interesting. Pick a deck. So the problem is, I would prefer to play Anivia twice here, just because Anivia is my main deck. But that means if we lose once, we play Go Hard twice, then potentially Go 2. So I don't know. Whoa, that timer just skipped twice. Okay. So if we picked Anivia, I would have gone up 1-0 and then been on Go Hard against same situation. Okay, so if we at least on 2, he could Thermo on 2. Do we care? I can see Gloves being a keep here. I don't know if I play Elise on 2. I think I might just Open Swing. I mean, Open Swing doesn't really accomplish much against Mystic. He's on 3 Thermo. If we play Elise, we push no matter what. That probably has to be the right play. So let's see, if he plays Draven next turn, Barrel Go Hard doesn't really do anything. I have a very hard time not taking this pass. Interesting. So, good pickup for Pharaon, which he's on 2 of, I want to say. Yeah, he's on 2 of. Alright, we're currently just taking free chip. I don't really mind slowing the pace of this game that much. Let's see. Not really. This barrel into Go Hard is like adorable, but like really, like, because he's running 3 of Static Shock. I mean, maybe he'll do that. He'll tap out. We'll deny 1 hit. We'll get a glimpse off. I like this. He doesn't take the Static Shock. Maybe we can make him. So either he's being smart and holding a second Mystic, or he just doesn't have Static Shock, and this is the only option that he has. If we do this and he has a second card, then we're kind of falling behind. Okay, we're good. Whew. And a little bit of cycle, not bad. I'm not sure we really need to. Depending on how he plays this too, I wouldn't necessarily mind. Ooh, hello. This Vengeance can't be the play, right? Surely not. I mean, at most he would have one blocker to make. If we do this, we're kind of just bowing over to Pharaoh, though. He also could just have like a second Ezreal in hand. Zap has pretty good odds of pulling Go Hard. That works. So we know he doesn't have a second Mystic, so if he was gonna do something... He doesn't really have... Like, he's not running Get Excited or anything. Not a viable flock opportunity here. I think this Glimpse seems fairly safe unless he top deck Mystic. Okay, so fairly lucky on the target denials. I don't know that we drop this Pool Shark, though. It would be cute to try, but no. Again, 3-0 Static Shock. There's no way. Okay, so that should just be telegraphing Flock here pretty easily. The only reason why I don't want to do Pool Shark necessarily is if we grab Ladros or Atrocity now, then that's going to be extremely tragic for us, because I'm only running one of both. Which is like, that's a really narrow thing to be worried about, but it could happen. It happened to me earlier today practicing. Interesting pass. No Flock. What? Okay. I'm not going to question it, man. You gave me that, I will take that. That seemed like Flock City to me. Come on. He takes the 2 block. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I might not want to play these Pool Sharks until we hit like 8. Which I think gives us like Vengeance or Pharaoh plus Pool Shark, which I'm perfectly okay with, I think, here. His hand seems really odd. He's got to be sitting on a Tri-Beam. If he didn't have a Static Shot before, he'd definitely lose that. Okay. There's a Thermo. I don't particularly hate everything that's been going on so far. Is this... I guess it'll be better to start shuffling now just to get these guys a little bit more targets. We're only on 2 out of 4 right now. Not bad. I kind of just want to go for red card here. I also kind of just want to let him swing here, or at least take a pass. He's gonna try to go for 4. A bit of tempo for him. It's a bit rough, but it's not that terrible actually for us. If he has like a thermo for one of the 2-1, that's a little bit annoying. Okay. So it's only did 2-1 in front of the 3-2, which means that Lifeline Protector will kind of get Fury no matter what, which is kind of unfortunate. Discards Thermo. Only really like viable line I see here is Double Whale. It's not even like a great play. It's just like a mild board wipe for him. We kind of sacrifice our board in the process. And if we pass right now, we're getting double draw next turn, which puts us decently ahead of him. I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, perfectly fine with this. GP... Okay. If we grab this, we should be able to pick up Zap. Zap will hopefully... I mean, she's either getting us Go Hard or... we have 1 glimpse left, so it could be 1 glimpse, but then glimpse is just getting us Go Hard anyway. I'm feeling fine here. This will just kind of break his attack a little bit. It just gives us a 3-2 in front of the 4-3 Fury. He's not going to want that. We kind of have to play Zap. And there we go. So we get the 5 bangs for GP, we got the pack your bags. This is a pretty cut and dry. This is the GP level up. I should mention, I don't play this deck at all. I don't know what I'm doing, but this, it's gotta just autopilot. We're just cruising. So for 5 mana, Stun Spider plus Flock wouldn't kill GP. Double Flock could. He hasn't used, I don't think, any Flocks yet. Is that scary though? No, we're just killing him. We're fine. We're not gonna get barreled here, I guess, but that would have. We saw him discard a Thermo, and use a Thermo, so I doubt it's a Thermo anyway. And then, like, we have Atrocity next turn. Oh, Tribune. This has to be Flock. There's no way this isn't Flock. of course we're not. Zero reason to block here. Do we put him on not having another whale? We don't get punished that hard for doing this, I don't think. He's down to 2 cards left. Okay. I'm curious what he showed. He's had a card to play. I don't know what that was. Okay. Starting off nice so far. And if we're playing Adivia against Draven Ezreal, then I'm saying this isn't too, I'd like to believe. Oh, does he get to re-choose? Ooh. No, but that's fine then. We'll just take the loss of Anivia against Yasuo. Most likely. We don't know. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I think I won the set 2-1. I cannot remember the last time I lost Anivia against Draven on ladder. Yeah. Honestly, I would almost rather just concede this matchup immediately. To try to play this out. Alright, what are we even looking for here? His early game doesn't exist aside from Solari's Shield Bearer. Oh, he does have Soldier. I would call this a less than ideal hand.
Bless the paper and sear the heretics. Follow the horizon.
I mean, nice to see against Triple Deny. Not gonna read a whole lot into that. So, the thing about this hand is these glimpses are actually insanely good for us. Even though you don't want to start with them necessarily, that's like a given. This chick is going to be making meteors, that's going to be trying to delete these Niveas pretty much the moment they hit board on 6. And these glimpses will help ensure that they go into registry for harrowing. Only problem being, of course, he's running Nopify, he's running Deny, so while everything I said is just true, he can also stop us from trying to do that. Which honestly actually might be an argument to try to go for a Nivea on 7 instead. So that we could have double glimpse. But he's pushing us for 3 potentially. I'm not too worried. If he develops, we just redevelop.
Clad in shining sunlight,
Nothing escapes my watch.
burn away doubt.
Look out for reavers.
Not a whole lot of healing in our initial hand either.
Alert the villain.
Again, kind of cute. Not really. I mean, both of them are 4 drops. If he plays either of them on 4, it's not really doing anything for me here because he'll have 4 bang for deny. We could just do like a deny check, I guess. I mean, he taps under for that. We can't... With a hand this bricky... We're kind of forced to. This is a hand that will feel like really, really good in a few turns if we get to that point. But we can't afford to just take like 9 and go down to 4 HP now. Avalanche, very, very good top deck here. This also could count as a deny check. Okay, so we'll get what I was talking about. We'll get a Nivea on 7 with 2 extra banks, so even if he has a deny for our glimpse of his Comet. That's his one of Guiding Touch. Interesting. I mean, mana efficient, I guess. It's not really what this is about, though, I feel like. We're slamming this immediately. He should try to Meteor in response, and we'll go from there. He could have, like, double Nobify, which would make all of this feel pretty tragic. Sure. Go off, man. The attack wasn't really what I was concerned about here anyway, but... Suits me just fine. He could have Nopify. This should get us a fairly nice harrowing, potentially. So I'm pretty sure by the rules, if we... I'm pretty sure she will stay stunned if this happens. You gonna Nopify that? Okay. Sure. Oh, we needed defeating them first. That was a misplay. I mean, it kind of isn't. We have plenty of other fading memories I would happily take, but... yeah. So we know he's not on deny, but we don't have, like, Vial, so we can't, like, Vial Renate. I was really hoping we could print a third bird this turn. We'll get a cycle out of this too, which isn't bad. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll draw 1, so we'll get to 10 next turn if we do this. I guess this could also count as a deny check. If this is deny, are we dying next turn? Actually, maybe. If this is deny, we still have parchments, actually. Do it. Go next. I'm calling it. Third card. Deny. Right down. Do it. So no deny. That or he's being extremely patient. I mean, he's not a Noxus, so he doesn't have anything like Roar that he's thinking about right now. He hasn't played Star Shaping. I don't even think he runs Star Shaping. Yeah, he doesn't. Sneaky Zeebles, maybe? And I'm telling you, this wasn't really the point of me doing this. I appreciate the thought, but like... I guess one Anivia attack would get us a spell shield pop, which would be convenient, because if we know he's not on deny, especially, then... Also, let's just, for good measure, grab this bad boy. Like I should have last time. So this opens us up for Harsh Winds on Yasuo plus Dude next turn, which is nice. Unless he doesn't get pre-Bastion again, I guess. So yeah, unless he has, like, I don't think he has many, like, defensive buffs here. I feel pretty confident. If he open attacks here thinking that he's set, then I think we're stable. Both of them are on 1. I still really wouldn't trust this Vile Feast. Okay. I don't really even need to press a button here, and I don't know if I want to. I mean, we don't really have any 13 lines next turn. We could Ruinate and then box everything he makes in return, which would be a reason to not press this button right now. And we have Ruinate plus Vile. We could deny Bastion. He's probably considering a stun over here. No?
Eternal winter. Time to reflect.
We're not winning by doing this. Sneaky Zeebles. Zeebles only hits 2. We haven't seen a deny out of him yet, and we're pretty far into this. But that would also be your argument to not do... Alright, we got Vengeance next turn. We've got plays. This should be denied. I would be shocked if we aren't getting denied. The man runs 3 deny. Yeah. It's about damn time.
The Raharok rule the mountain.
Raven, let's... Yeah. Yeah.
Warm hearts and hot soup.
Comfy, man. Are we supposed to take this? Okay, he could have like a palm that would really make me regret blocking here. We pick up like a 3-1, but we open up losing an Anivia. I don't think that's worth it. And if he has palm for the egg, then yeah, let's see.
A new era begins.
All right, she's back in the doghouse. Wait. What? But why?
I protect this place.
I mean, at present, it's on him to solve the Anivia problem that's about to start cropping up. Dude's got a real Anivia rash. He's running out of cards. I don't think we develop first. He's got like 3 or 2 of Steel Tempests. He's got cards that'll probably like stall this. Maybe gets him Nivea's killed, but at this point we're just laying the attrition on him. Yasuo's dead on board unless he starts like... He's already committed 2 Bastions as well.
No more running. Your attack is obvious. Welcome to try.
Okay. We stick the landing here a little bit, I'd say. I feel like he's probably on another design by now. If he plays another Yasuo, I mean, we've got Vengeance, we've got Rune. We should, if he plays.
Our sun will not set today.
Do I care? I think a Navy on board is more than enough.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Yeah, he's just got no reach on us.
Our strength is forever at its zenith.
Blessed daylight surrounds you.
I kind of wish I banked 1 for Vengeance. This doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Vial just to push lethal. Again, he's got Steel Tempest that we haven't really seen yet, so I'd assume this attack doesn't actually finish it, but...
Believe or burn.
Unbeliever.
Yeah. Sounds about right. But he's down to 1 HP now. We've got all sorts of comfort cards in our hands. I would call this unlosable. We just Vengeance for the heck of it. I mean, I don't think there are any cards that could really... It's not on any sort of overwhelm card, any sort of anything that could help him here. No gods, only enemies. Now that is a problem. He can't deny everything. He has enough mana for 1 at a time. Oh, that sneaky Eclipse Dragon. Come on. Do it. Okay. 2-0. I guess I forgot to hit the... I guess we're just down here. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. We got 30 minutes left then. I'm the Anivia player too. I'm supposed to be like one of the last matches finished. Oh, we got 30 minutes, I guess. With a hand this breaky. God, that was such a clunky start as well. Like, having to use Vengeance on that 5-5 challenger, that was like, I don't know. That's never a play I want to do. Alright, I guess I could be in chat in the future. mean, whatever. I guess it'd be good to just... I need to get more matches on Go Hard, man. I do not play this. I do not play this deck at all. Honestly, I just wanted to be bandmate almost. I'm really surprised that I picked up that Anivia win just right off the bat. I really thought it was going to go back to Draven. Yeah, I'll take it. This is like, I know that, like, that's the thing too, right? Like, this Anivia deck is like extremely not how people run it. Like, people would probably hate this, although I honestly, like, if you're doing this, that just feels so inconsistent to me. It's just like, there's so much brick potential early. And then like the Fading Memories, people also just like, what is he even talking about here? But Fading Memories, it lets you be a 3rd Rekindler or even 4th Rekindler if you want it to be, which we absolutely did during that fight. I'm pretty sure twice too, by the way. It can be a Kindly Tavern Keeper if you need it to be, to stabilize against Fearsomes, to Avarice and Sentry if you just need more cycle and you're not finding stuff. It just hits. It hits a lot. And also you can copy enemy cards too, which like, you can copy a Skitter, you can copy Doom Beast. There's a lot of good stuff in this meta that you can copy right now. I think that this is big brain. I know I'm probably the only one, but I will... Yeah, I'll stand by it. Alright, not bad. Guess we got, yeah. Hot 30 minutes to kill. I don't really want to do anything more than just tank my LP some more, trying to learn this stupid deck. Alright, I honestly was not super expecting to go 1-0 this early, so I'll take it. I just want that card back, man. I'm not expecting to go 5-0. Some of the players I respect the most did not go 5-0, but I think we're doing okay here. Go Hard Mirror. Oh god. I am extremely not qualified. But honestly, this is actually probably good practice, because we're gonna have to be doing this at some point, right? I would assume. You're one of... What are you doing here? So I assume attacking on evens is better here, because we have Elise with the Fearsome. He doesn't have one drop either, and of course now you show up.
I pull the strings.
Nothing like the state of glory.
I mean, we're pushing 2. He'll eat a spider for free. I mean, not for free, but close enough, right? Or he just eats it, period. Okay. Chill. I mean, that helps us for Ladros, right? Any damage we get now is just going to matter more later. I guess that's why he didn't want to. If we play this, we're like kind of trying to set up a Barrel Glimpse. His deck list doesn't really run Vile Feast either, so we don't get punished for this. Yeah, I'll try it. If he goes like 2-1, it's a 2-2 barrel.
You got legs. Use them.
I think this glimpse is fairly free here. Watch him run Feast and just make me look dumb. Yeah, they never run options like that. We're fine. Zap could pick up. We don't really have any options worth developing posts. If he's on TF, like his gold card would just be Elise. That's not really that flashy for him. Whatever, let's just take damage, I think. I'm not gonna overthink this. If I see open board, I'm just gonna push Ladros even further. Neither of us has had a go hard yet, and a go hard mirror. What is it? I guess Zap will be the first of many. What? This is breaking me. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it, man. Still no go hards. So we can't Fortune Croaker on Zap because otherwise... If he had a second Zap, that would be kind of cheeky. So we have 6 mana, 2, 3, 1 could be kind of cute. We'd have to like Vengeance to deny this, I'm pretty sure. Unless he main decks Whale. Not a whole lot of people do. It's been something that people have been adding for Fearsome Tech, but that would also be 5 mana to deny a Whale. Or to deny a Glimpse. I don't think he really has anything that could... Sure. Alright, so we get the Glimpse, which gets the... Ooh. No, we're pushing so much more if we go this direction. So we got the Glimpse first, which gives us the Doomfall, or Nightfall, Doom Beast proc, which then gets us Nexus damage. Then we push Jagged Butcher through 3. And this dude's getting punched in the face for a heck of a lot. Probably take this block. Dude's still going down to 4. I wouldn't recommend going down to 4. So if we ever find a single Go Hard, we're already in Pack Your Bags range. Whatever. This isn't even a Go Hard deck anymore. Who am I kidding? There's no point playing TF here anyway.
There's plenty of killing left.
Okay, so this will steal 3 for him. Okay, this has to be... Finally. Go Hard deck confirmed. So he basically has one turn to either solve my board or reestablish his before I just overwhelm him. Alright. He's starting to pull ahead. It's possible our bags get packed first, I guess. Interesting. I don't have a great immediate solution for that. He's really low on GP levels, though. No, what am I kidding?
I'm always up for a round or two.
So if he has a third Go Hard in hand, the barrel will one-shot TF. If he does, then we'll just play Fortune Croaker.
Let's get to it.
Skitter out from the darkness.
This would be a really tragic time to figure out that he runs while doing well.
Clear off.
So if we whale, I guess we defend TF. Kill a barrel. Is this even worth doing though? I mean, killing GB has to be worth it. I honestly don't actually care if TF Lizard dies here, but if he thinks I do, or like if we get to the point where it goes long enough where he could actually level up, then fair enough. We do have immediate Latris lethal, so bad news for him. Ooh. So if he has a go hard in hand, we're supposed to make a barrel here. No, we're supposed to not play anything here. Yeah, we're chilling. He would have to like burst into Doom Beast to avoid lethal right now. You know what? Sure, man. Half of one, baby. Yeah. Deck's overall not that hard. I think he was a fine flex choice for the tournament. I tanked my LP a lot trying to like pick up Shen Fiora and Mistrace. No, I have less issues with Mistrace, although it was like, yeah, I was starting to head like the 2 atrocity range, and I didn't want to be like depending on atrocity finishing against like Vimer potentially or anything like that. Because like, don't get me wrong, Mistrace atrocity, you can get some ridiculous numbers there, but Hush, Mystic Shot, there's a whole lot of cards flying around right now that could very easily solve Mistwraith atrocity in a way to like FTR. Like there's some staying power there with FTR. I don't know. Yeah, I feel alright. We got, I think they gave some excess time, 17 minutes left, so this ends at 4:05. Okay, I guess we go again. Oh yeah, I haven't even looked at OBS. I should probably be checking to make sure. I guess we'll take it up for now. How are people doing on Twitch? I'm curious. It was crazy, man. I was like watching Alan. I do think a lot of the top people overthought the decks they were bringing to the main group stage. Like they did like actual tournament drafts and not just like what decks kind of beat the good stuff right now. So like they were worried about like fighting Shen Fiora and then just got their face beat in by like fearsomes. Oh yeah, they're talking about Draven Ezreal. There's just... Okay. This is my hot take city. I think this deck kind of just sucks if your opponent is fielding any sort of deck that is just comfortable with blocking you routinely or has like typical sustain. This is why like my Draven, or not my Draven, my Nivea deck feels like it farms it so much, especially because like, all right, let me just soapbox here for a second because I know that this sounds like inting. Like pretty much everything in that deck, Draven 3 health, Ezreal 3 health, House Spider trades. I mean, of course you don't want to do like a 4-drop for a 2-drop, but like if they're going wide on you that turn, Box will just wipe out House Spider easily. Arachnoid Sentry done, Summon Dredger done, Chump Up done. Pharaon, we've got plenty of hard removal, or you could just like pop a Ruinate on Pharaon. Like who really cares? And then from there, they're like, the deck just has such a flimsy win condition, I feel like, of just like, you hope that you get wider than they can, which some decks, like, I've played Draven Ezreal against Fearsome, and it was just like, what? they're just blocking me, and then they're harrowing, and if I don't have like the right combination of control in hand, then I'm kind of just getting mopped here. Like, Tri-Beam and Populator, I really like that card. It's a huge tempo swing, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Tri-Beam has been carrying that deck at times. Because, like, unless you get Ezreal to his level up and get some good chip off of that, and then have, like, Pharaon over the top, it's, like, it's more honest than, like, Scouts is now. Like, Scouts is doing more, like, direct chip damage consistently than you are. If you get like MF on board, especially if you get MF flipped, you have officially done more burnt damage than I feel like this deck is accomplishing. And like it's weird too because this deck has such good draw power. Like you have so many discard targets, and then you have, you know, Rummage, some Dredger Cycle. So I think it's just lack of any like push through. I don't know. Alright, how much time we got? Let's play one more. I don't know if 3 Whale was the right choice here. Whale is sitting in my hand a little bit more than I'd like it to. The whole idea for going Whale was basically Petty as a fearsome blocker up against fearsomes, because I expected to see a good amount of fearsomes here. Plus I had the option selective. I could go Barrel plus Withering Whale here to... You know, that puts you in AoE kill range of Mist Wraiths, which, you know, Pale Cascade and the Mark of the Isles will keep them alive, but still a pretty good option, I think. You get Fearsome Blocker plus double damage Withering Whale. Let's feed some LP with this deck. I said I was going to do that before and it didn't happen. It's tragic. I guess ladder might just be dead right now while people are playing, right? Alright, we need to set a timer. I don't trust myself not to get carried away. I'm gonna set like 10 minutes. Invoke. Double go hard hand. Isn't this kind of bad? I feel like you don't want to be on this many go hards early unless we draw some good draw power, which I mean we have kind of with salvage. This is so weird. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't, like, pass first. I probably would have played Elise, honestly, if he passed. I wasn't even thinking about our playing around Dragon Guard. Going. We'll take it. I assume I'm supposed to just do this. Three-card hand, baby. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. I think we're probably just playing blue card TF here. I could have like single combat. I'm not really concerned. Maybe I should be. Siobhan, I could like mop us up for a little bit here. Vengeance not actually a bad pickup here. Punch me, sir. Yeah, just everyone knows. We're just waiting on you, man. Probably just an open swing here again. Probably no least block. I'm probably trying to play around a third go hard now that we've actually gotten a few. Yeah, there goes one. No reason to cycle now. We can bank and probably go for Vengeance next turn. Like, she'll strafing strike Elise or something, but... You're adorable. I guess if we Vengeance now, she doesn't even get strafing strike. That's funny. Bastion could very well be in play. Bastion would be a little bit painful here. It's always this one song. I'll probably have another redevelop here. Not really significant. Ooh. I mean, I was pretty content to just zap here, and I think I still am. Now, he's used to 2 single combats. TF isn't, like, super at risk, aside from, like, concerted. If they want to concerted TF, I'm kind of down. No. I want the chip. Glimpse is actually kind of what I was hoping for. Like, yeah, go hard would be nice, but we're so head on hand now. I think I'm kind of content to just pull back into a passive position here. So wait, does the round start at 05, or is 05 when the timer ends? I might need to be out of this match. Lost the Discord. Odds of CF actually leveling up here, surviving long enough to level up, I would say should be pretty low. The stun was not the concern here, sir. He does not need to swing to get this party started, let's say. So unless he has a third single combat, I think that this Glimpse on Zap would be pretty safe. We're one draw off, though, unfortunately. Not exactly what I was looking for, either.
Come closer. I don't bite.
Fine day to be in the field, eh, soldier?
Maybe we'll get to see a dragon up close.
Honestly, if I was just thinking about rally, we could have done deckhand into double whale. Actually would have felt fairly neat. We could just go mass blocker. Don't really need a blocker for him, honestly. That might have been a waste. I guess assuming he has no way to kill TF, we could just chill for a round and then level him up next round. Play a Doom Beast just to get some chip in. Figures.
Suppose you want in on this.
I suppose I should leave ye be.
I would really prefer to go hard before salvage here, but I want to use this barrel to drain them for 3 right now.
Lieutenant, have you brought a specimen from the field?
We let you keep the egg. Be content with that.
Suppose you want in on
Don't really need much beyond that.
Suppose I should leave ye be.
We're pretty much just finishing with pack your bags here. He's tapped past rally unless he happens to just run Relentless Pursuit, in which case we're pretty dead. I mean, he's saving a challenger, I guess, but he's tapping at a rally. We know he's not rallying this turn, so this kinda just sets me up to win. That's something we find pack your bags. That's a big assuming. Alright, we gotta wrap up. I'll cycle, get the draw, and then we'll see what happens.
Keep up. Things are different in the field. Soak it in.
Pack your bags, go. And nope. Come on. Just there we go. We found it. Watch him have heal now, somehow. Okay, just on time. Legitimately the last minute, but we can take it. Alright. Or is the match counter? Starts in 5 minutes. Oh, I was wrong. I could have sworn. Oh, I guess it said it ended at 5, and I guess there's like a 5-minute break in between. Fair enough. Oh, whatever. I beat the deadline that existed in my head. Actually, let's put it this way. Yeah, so basically we're playing up to potentially 15 matches, although we 2-0 the first one, so we're comfy. This is the time where I normally talk to chat. I mean, I am in text, but... How's my fantasy team doing? Kareem Hunt not pulling a lot of weight, which is good for me. Justin Jefferson looking alright. I'm hoping Seattle changes up a little bit. Yeah, so far I made all the right choices. I'm looking fine over there. Start in 1 minute. We'll see. Problem is, I've been running my mouth a little bit too much on Discord, so people might know that I like my Nivea deck the most. Actually, wait, so I think I understood this format wrong. Now that I'm thinking about this, I thought that it was if you lose, you're on the same deck again, but I guess you just have to win once with both decks. It actually kind of changes how I feel about this. I thought I was just going to be able to, like, Nivea reverse sweep everyone, which I guess wasn't exactly the case. That's a bit yikes. So I'm good for 1 win, basically. My go hard gameplay needs to seal the deal. So I guess we need to start thinking about that in terms of bans. Which, yeah, also I definitely think that made Nivea a much better ban there. I guess that means, like, we have to kind of ban Field of Rush then. Like, Field of Rush, if we keep Tom Kench, I'm fine with, but that's a little bit ugly otherwise. Alright, here we go. So we have Classic Nightfall, Discard Aggro, and Lee. Ooh. How do I feel about this? Lee can be a little bit annoying if it high rolls. I don't feel that bad about discard aggro, although they can of course like high roll or face off as well. I really don't mind playing... Like, Nightfall just cannot play around, like, Ruination or Pack Your Bags much at all. Like, you know, they could, like... They've got the 1-drops that could push you for, like... If they bank 2 and you board wipe them, but you tap out, they could, like, you know, redeploy 8 and still hurt you pretty badly. Alright, we need to be checking lists. I mean, it's Nightfall. This is fairly standard. They get 1 Cygnus for over the top. No Atrocity. This is good to know. Are we banning Lee Zed? I'm kind of down to ban Lee Zed. I mean, Ken Soraka can kind of get overwhelmed by discard aggro here. We don't really have good removal source for Jinx, especially if she flips. I'm not sure. Like... I mean, this being like heavy deny, heavy notify can just kind of stop Ken Soraka. Like, if they get what they want, then we're kind of just playing solitaire until they one-shot us. And we don't really have... Like, we have like a Bastion. That's not really... I think I'll ban Zedley. Problem with this too is we need our mulligan with Anivia to be really, really good here. Like, we need to find Avalanche, Box, Vile Feast. Tavern Keeper is almost too slow for that matchup. Like, that's how tight it used to be. Sentry's okay. Sentry can like pick up Arena. Tavern Keeper would just be good for... I mean, we need to pick up Whale, of course, too. So first Soraka on odds against, or on evens against Jinx Draven. I don't know if there's a curve at all there that could feel good. But I get the feeling that they're going to ban Anivia here. I don't know. This song seems alright until the keys change. You know what? I'm down. We'll take it. Like, Anivia has Harsh Winds. If they pre-Bastion against Harsh Winds, though, that's not really an out either. It also requires getting Anivia out on board. Or do we just take that? He can't run Zedley both times. I'll stick with my gut. Ah, he did ban an Evian. The monster. I'm not sure. Especially because this is kind of like a fearsome deck. We have anti-fearsome tech, but it's not a bad curve actually. We're attacking on odds too, so we could. I mean, oh, I didn't screenshot his. I mean, it's discard aggro. It's gonna be a fairly standard list. Okay, that's a little bit bad. Why? So, awkward part of this dynamic. We kind of have to let him deploy Draven here. Because he's more valuable to us healed up than not. Or do we? If he can't play Draven this turn, it's going to clunk him out a little bit. Not that badly, but it kind of does. So I guess he's just... Well, like Axe? But he would have to discard a real card. There's no way that's this valuable for him. Vision? No, he gets rid of a House Spider. What? That... Okay, he might just be thinning out his hand for Jinx. Yeah, you never take that block. So Pale picks us up a Draven. I don't think we're blocking these House Spiders again. I kind of want him to stay in the back. This is a one-of. He doesn't discard an Axe? He has to have a Jinx in hand. There's no other way that this play makes sense. We're taking a little bit more phase damage than we should be. But because we're not on units in the rest of our hands, we kind of have to do this. We'll see if we draw one, but yeah. We're going on to 13, which doesn't feel great. Okay, we got a blocker, which is important. So, if one of these is Jinx and he plays her, he can't fully discard his hand. He would have one Axe left and nothing to discard. I feel like that's gotta be Jinx. And he could level her up next turn then. But if we pass, that's just gonna happen anyway, right?
Be at peace.
Which means we're probably supposed to thin out the herd a little bit here. I mean, do we actually want to play this on him? Like, do we want to have to do that? Sure. I doubt he blocks, but just in case he does. Any extra kills is good for us. He shouldn't block. Spoke too soon? I mean, if he's blocking like this, he must not have vision. I guess if we do this, he could axe to counter. I found my play. This dude is playing control discard. What is happening?
No one's the wiser.
This has to be Jinx. Yeah.
I'm on a roll. Just you and me, Fishbones.
At least those axes aren't going at us now. So, there isn't really much to say. So we know his hand, we know that all he could do is Mega Death Rocket, so if we Bastion, he'll live. And then if we Overwhelming Blade Soraka on our turn, then we can't lose anyone. That probably has to be the play. I guess it could be the opposite. No, it has to be Spell Shield now. Or we could just let him die. He's got some Blessed Vigor, he actually is going to heal more. He's representing beef. Beef we need. So we're down to 6. He's got 2 elusives. We can hook some of them. He's got no way to stop this. He's not killing anyone. He's just hurting our Nexus. She'll flip. Unfortunately, she's not going to get the full heal to herself. We kind of need to be able to hook. If he has like Rummage, he could Rummage into Death Rocket now, and that would kind of just wreck me. I wouldn't have a counterplay. Yeah, I think we have to play around that. I mean, we've got 3 guiding touches we haven't found yet, too. Pretty sure that's lethal. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we did there. That was really unfortunate not being able to find any gutting touches there, though. So he's playing Nightfall, which means it's going to be Go Hard versus Nightfall. I don't know how the matchup plays out. I'll stick with TK Rocket because that's what I know. Yeah, I feel like we had a lot of outs in that last match. We just couldn't find any of them. Cascade actually could be keeping this matchup. Spring Guardian as well. Hush! I mean, we kind of need to be hard mulliganing for the stuff we care about, but like Fearsome Blocker, Deny Blocker, or Diana Denier. It's not terrible. So no Duskbringer, Lunari Soldier, or what's up? No. I think I don't really want to bank. I think I want to just start deploying stuff. So if you play something in response, I think it's fine. Okay, we're just ahead then. Of course, he could just be setting up comboing, as he probably is. I'll get a Crescent Guardian this turn, or... Just a naked Diana. I mean, that could mean that he just feels like he's about to level up extremely quickly. I think we definitely want to get Kench on field this turn. I don't think we can do it until after we've gotten their attack token. I mean, they have no way to Nightfall or level up Diana at this point, right? This is... safe-ish. We can't really block with Kench, though. We can block Kench against Diana. If he has Pale Cascade, this is going to be a really unfortunate block here, though. But he still has Pale Cascade as an option. I don't think he can attack with Diana here. This will be unfortunate. He's got the 2 banked. Alright, that's the second Diana. I feel like if we overinvest on eating her, then we might just get overwhelmed. Problem is we don't really have like Sunblessed Vigor or anything nice and cheap to support this. We have like, we can get him up to 7 at max. I feel like 1 Pale Cascade even is enough to stop this.
Our light grows brighter.
There's no way he has a second Pale. I mean, Pale with the Nightfall. Of course, now you show up. Watch, he has it. No? Okay, he taps out. This music's not doing it for me. So we got the Diana on lockdown, but we're still not in a particularly happy place, especially if he plays Nocturne this turn and flips. That's not true. We can try to interfere with this, but it's still an issue.
Where there's a will, there's a will.
Mother Moon, guide me.
I feel like that's gotta be a Nocturne activation. If we eat Nocturne, we can live.
My goodness, it's getting cold.
So he's tapped out. We're at 10. We eat him for 5. We can't, unfortunately, block one of the overwhelms, which might be still really bad for us. But at least we denied the level up.
Excuse my impertinence.
We're taking a lot here, though. Like, a lot, a lot. Oh, he has vulnerable. I forgot. I mean, I guess that play was still necessary.
Forgive me.
But we're in a very awkward spot now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I was thinking of the pre-Bastion, but the pre-Bastion we wouldn't have had enough health anyway. If we had 7 banks, then we could pre-Bastion Spring Gifts ahead of time. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe, no. Yeah, I'm not sure. Definitely, wasn't thinking about the overall, or the vulnerable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just concede. Maybe there was an opportunity to play Spring Gifts earlier that I missed. Yeah, I don't think we have outs. I mean, getting touch was what I was hoping for, but I don't think that alone will carry. We have 2 fearsome blockers. Let me just stop and think for a second. 6-5. I mean, the answer is like almost definitely no, but just in case. We're taking 12, so I guess a second pale if he somehow doesn't have any possible answer in hand. Could. Yeah, no. Damn. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one turn. Okay, we'll reset this. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I knew I was gonna be in a little bit of trouble with people banning Nivea. I'm surprised that they did against me though. Alright, I have replays running. I think that's what we're going to be doing here. Welcome to ARM. How do I even... Oh, this just works. Okay, cool. First thing I want to look at is... Okay, wait, Diana. I mean, the idea of not potentially playing another block here seems insane. I guess maybe the question is, do we need... Yeah, I think this might be been an issue of mana planning. Because as it stood right now, if he just open attacked, we had blocker for 1 overwhelm. Not really a good blocker, but a blocker still. This second blocker was just potentially stopping 2. Like, they would be pushing me for... 5. I should have been thinking about the next turn in terms of 2 plus 4 plus potentially 1. I mean, Nocturne... He's on 6 with Nocturne. There's no real way that he could, like... Or he can't play Nocturne with the Nightfall effect and then Pale, right? So yeah, I think he plays the Nocturne trigger. We play the 1 mana heal full. Then he plays Nocturne. We eat. Then they attack. We play the 4 burst drop. I think that would have satisfied, and I think that would have been a chance to potentially start swinging things back around from there. We were still, you know, potentially getting hit for a lot there. Is the problem. Like, he had a full board that we weren't really spending mana addressing, and like, these guys aren't dealing with those guys at all. They would need like a Pale at minimum to really matter. But yeah, I think... I mean, look at the course of this. Like, what do they ultimately end up doing here? Like, the one guy trades with the 5-1, so be it. The other one... Yeah, I think all of this was predictable. Okay. I mean, we're out of the running for top 32 or whatever, but again, I'm just here for the card back. We're still in okay shape for that. We're 1-1 right now, so let's see. Yeah, still set correctly. I mean, this play, like, we took a Diana block. Didn't actually have lethal on her. Maybe took some free damage. I don't think that really mattered that much, though. It's also a little bit rough being on this much of a spell-heavy hand against Nightfall. You want to be, like, grabbing Boxer, you know, grabbing anything that can disrupt them more easily on your turn. Like, Boxer against the Overwhelm on their turn is horrible. You're getting pushed for, most likely, 3 to 4 damage. Boxer on your turn, though, you're pretty happy to take that trade. 2-drop for 3-drop, who needed setup. And with the discard, I don't know if there was a whole lot to learn from here. I mean, we lost this guy in this drag. I don't know if there was a call maybe to just try to chill and pale, but if you open attacked with the pale, then suddenly we weren't getting the draw. Like, we had another Boxer in hand, that felt pretty okay. Like, we were pretty stable here. It was mostly just once Jinx hit. I definitely think saving him felt fine. With the Sunblasts. He plays Jinx, he levels. Like, this wasn't really a high roll for discard. We did take some more damage than we maybe should have early, but at the same time it was like, you know, we're on Bastion and Soraka duplicate, so I'm not sure that it's really fair to say, like, oh yeah, you know, getting rid of Boxer, all we would have been doing on our attack is just, like, swinging for 1 damage with Soraka, and dude would just be perfectly happy to let that go. I guess one thing I was wrong about in this turn, potentially. This is the same turn, right? He offered me this pass. This is another one that I was kind of thinking about here. We talked about, like, number of cards left, and if this was Jinx, he should be able to flip. I didn't really think about the fact that he could just play the last 2 cards, including Jinx. Because it was, what, the Noxian Lady for 1-drop, and then he just played Jinx on 4. But that might have been a good pass to take, actually. I don't know, it's hard to say. If we're not actively demolishing his board, it's still a really, really bad spot to be in. Alright. Yeah, I think that's most of the takeaway there is to have from that. I'm hoping there's not more Nivea bans, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Where did my replay just go? What's... game? Weird. Okay. I mean... let's get some practice on Kench. We are doing a bad job of, like, pre-planning some of these turns. Against Go Hard, it's actually not that bad of a hand. I actually wouldn't mind sitting on Astral either. Double Soraka always just feels pretty bad for the most part.
Osu can sniff out any star anywhere.
He's on a Vengeance. Or a Runate. We've got a second Soraka. whatever.
I shepherded. Right, that's my job. Shepherding, I mean.
I'm always up for a
Blue card, yep.
soak it in.
Yeah, this is a pretty safe TK rounds.
I will find the goodness in you, River King.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance.
So we'll have 5 mana, so we can't like Astral Protection plus TK next rounds. I mean, Star Shepherd's really doing nothing on this curve. If that was banked, then we actually could have. It's just like on the. I mean, Star Shepherd's really doing nothing on this curve. If that was banked, then we actually could. It's just like on the off chance that he decides to play Go Hard here. So once we get to Ladros, if we're looking. This will at least get our damage taking a bit.
We're all family here.
Oh, okay, that's a nice pickup. I'm trying to think. Go Hard lists, again, don't really run Vile Feast or anything, so they're not really going to have anything to deny Bastion, which is really, really good for us here.
What's that you got there?
Of course, if he's on like 2 Vengeance, then we don't really have a solution for that. Guess he could flip here.
Excuse my impertinence.
After our own.
So if he's on Ruination, if he finds that soon, it's going to feel really tragic. We did reset his TF's counter at the very least. That's hard to feel mad about. Yeah, we don't have 2 Bastion. We could search. We are running 3, maybe.
I feel better when you by the power of the stars.
If we find it here, we're insane. It's kind of close, I guess. Man wants his TF back. What can I say? I mean, you get it back, but we still have some growing pains here, let's say.
Temporary sustenance, child.
Alright, so we're 2 turns away from Ladros Atrocity.
I'm sure there's something for my
Yeah, Ladros may be less than an issue now.
Stars fall. Take heart.
Charmed, I'm sure.
We're so behind on that. Okay, if he plays Ladros on 9, he'll have 3 banked to like Glimpse maybe, but we can Hush at least to stop Ladros from going back to hand, and most lists don't run more than 1 Ladros. I know there's too much to think about here otherwise. We can kind of just chill. I mean, we're burning a lot of mana, but he's way higher on cards than we are.
appetizers aplenty.
So we'll go 4+2 to start, just to get Ladros off board so he doesn't have an Atrocity target. He'll probably try to go hard us in response, like he'll let us go through and then go hard. Or have Glimpse. Not bad. The dude was like 400 some LP.
The stars will remember this day.
We got enough pressure in there. Like, he was pretty much relying to later us for the out. Okay. I was always curious about this card. If you were going to try running elites again, it's basically like a permanent harrowing that can reduce costs. I don't know. It's not bad. Alright, so how long do we have? 27 minutes left, damn. So also by my understanding of how this is going to work is it matches you against people with equal score. So I guess we're playing people who are 1-1 now. I'm trying to think. I mean, Petty Officer gets us multiple blockers, which is good against discard aggro. Fairly weak to like Jinx Rocket though. The problem is we have no reach on Jinx. Jinx would just kind of like terrorize us the whole time unless we got pack your bags fairly early. Like we would have to straight up just like Atrocity someone to get Jinx out of there. Ladros Atrocity not really going to be kicking in there. We would have to try to like, find like one Vengeance too. I don't know. Very, very weird dynamic. I wasn't sure about if I wanted to pick that matchup or not. It's very possible that we were supposed to just ban them. Fight the Lizard on their own terms. I mean, TK Rocket against Lizard can work if they don't find like a bunch of Notifies and Denies. We pretty much... Our only fallback in that matchup though is Bastion. This is not our deck anyway, but same thing. Still 3 of Bastion. I'm not sure. Alright, I guess if we're like 27 minutes out, then I guess we just keep going. So one thing I need to keep in mind here is a lot of decks run 1 of Ruination. This isn't a terrible curve, but I don't know. Keeping Star Shepherd just seems like a terrible idea. I'm just gonna experiment with them all again. I'll see what this line feels like. 2+4 is actually, like, this is, in my opinion, the power combo. Play on 2, even if they try to move, you just bank and immediately have a Challenger 3/8. It's just... Like, watch, we'll play this, he'll probably have, like, Go Hard or something, and then... Yeah, just immediate.
The dead don't need riches. Deal me in.
Is this worth? It's kind of extremely not. This is going to be so important for other possible decks, or cards that he would be running. He could like pre-go hard to make the TF swing safe. Yeah, no, that's really. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, typically the mulligan, I'm mostly, like, in a lot of matchups, I'm just looking for, like, Star Spring, Tom Kench, Soraka. Depending on the speed of the matchup, then I'll look for, like, Boxtopus. This feels like an early Bull Shark.
It's a big responsibility to shepherd stars.
It is mana point. I think we can just get wide. I don't think there's too much he can do to us. I mean, what, double go hard would punish me for hurting one of these, but we would get more health? If we're worried about that, we actually could just play Spring Gifts after the first one. I think it's fine.
No more of your crap soup, lassie, please.
Oh, wait, we tapped out.
Soup? You've been drinking this?
Okay, not punished.
I feel better when you feel better.
Fair enough, burst pass. Yeah, sure.
We're all family here.
We're kind of just waiting to look for